Well, let's go into repairs and then let's wrap this thing up.
No, we're just getting started. Okay, this is almost more to agents than anyone. Real quick, I just had an inspection yesterday. 25-page report, right? I get 20-page reports on new homes. So the older the home, the bigger the home, the longer the report. Just be ready for it. That's the buyers, okay? We need to coach our clients better. Not steer them, but just educate, right? I mean, I look at the inspections like you're paying $400 or $500 roughly for almost a roadmap of like the improvements or things that you want to do to update, like breaker boxes, the electrical. Like there's things that aren't urgent that you're like, oh, I wish I had this. I wish I had a tankless water heater, not a tank water heater. Okay, that's $5 or $6 grand. Like it's kind of cost prohibitive. Let's not talk about water heaters. I'll go on a water heater spill for an hour. So we're looking for big ticket items like your foundation, roof, electrical, plumbing, appliances, mechanicals, HVAC, like those things. You want to make sure the big ticket items are functioning. You know, your report's gonna be 20, 30 pages. If you don't go to the inspection, you're gonna read the report, oh my God, the house is gonna blow down. It's gonna fall down tomorrow. I know, I mean, it looks doom and gloom. I mean, you're not paying the inspector. What if he just came and said, hey man, everything's tight, everything's good.
I have a new home and mine was like 30 pages long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're gonna find stuff. That's every home. So just be expecting it. I mean, obviously if you walk into the home and the front of the home's 2.5 inches lower than the back half of the back door of the home, you got a problem, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that one you back out of, or there's some problems with the foundation. You know, so there are things found that rise to the level of, hey, I'm backing out. So cool. If not, let's negotiate repairs. So agents, let's say there's 3 repairs. Each one's $1,000. Let's just do the $3 grand off the price or towards closing costs. Simple, 1-page amendment. Because if not, you say, seller, can you fix these 3 things? The seller fixes it. He puts in a Kohler sink or a Kohler faucet, and these people wanted mowing. Or they put a Bradford White water heater in, and these people wanted A.O. Smith. Or it's a 40-gallon, not a 50-gallon. Like, I mean, it's like the person outgoing from the house that's paying the tab on this is gonna probably perform to the minimum standard of, whereas the person coming in, the buyer, they're like, oh, I would have got this upgraded, I would have done it like this. It's like, yeah, you would have, because, so it's just, having the seller do repairs is fraught with potential headache for everyone. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, if the water heater's in the attic, you know, not outside in the garage, down here in Houston, water heaters are either in the garage or in the attic. I imagine it's probably like that most places, but it's 50-50 sometimes. So if it's in the attic and you have 30 grand of hardwood flooring, and the inspector's like, hey, the water supply line's totally corroded, like I can almost see through it, it's gonna bust any minute. Like, that repair you might wanna get that done. Like you might ask, hey, that water heater's about to crap out and we're gonna have a big problem, right? So that might be best to be done by the seller and then and there. Even if they're not under contract, they probably want to do that. So there are, if it's a safety or time-sensitive issue, anything like roofs, if there's you can see sunlight in the attic through the roof, water penetration, you know, that needs to probably be handled real quick. Another situation could happen where the buyer gets transferred the week of closing. It's like, hey, my company just moved me to Norway. Sorry, I got to back out. Now my seller's done 3 repairs, spent $3,000 out of pocket. We got to go back on the market and go through another inspection with a new buyer. And they're going to ask for 3 different things that they wouldn't even have cared about those other things. Yeah. So it's just easier. And then I promise you, sometimes I get like, agents will forward me the inspection report and it's almost like, hey, address these items. I'm like, be lazier. Be lazier. That's your inspection report. I don't need that. Yeah. Like, if you have 3 items, send me those 3 pages. Send me what pertains to, that's your report. Because an honest seller and an honest agent, once I have that report, we are now knowledgeable of every deficiency in the home. So from a liability, I mean, I have to keep that, and if somebody, I have to furnish it to other potential people that ask for it or other people. Because if you've had a home inspection report in the last 4 years, you have to disclose it on the disclosure notice. So anyway, it's just courteous unless the seller listing agent says, hey, can I have the report? I don't just forward a report to somebody. That's not courteous in the circles that I run in. If it's different where you are, that I'm sure that's normal. Fine, but it's just cleaner and neater. Because sometimes I've gone in and it's like, yeah, the air conditioner, it's cooling at 14 degrees. We want it at 15 to 20. We either have to call the AC guy back out there after the repair's performed, like the week of closing, we go do the walkthrough, and I now have to put on my contractor hat and be like, yes, the electrical, the positive and the negative were switched, and the breaker box, the lug nuts, and the antioxidant paste. Yes, that repair's done or call the inspector back out. And it's just, oh, I would have done it this way. It's just a nightmare. Your 3 biggest things, for whatever. If it's not time sensitive, let's figure out what these repairs equate to. Let's try to negotiate some monies. 1-page amendment. Your people can repair it however they see fit. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna catch some heat for that. I'm just saying, like, whatever. You can do whatever you want, guys. Believe me, realtors will still do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna